I grew up in the Roundyard area of Clarksdale at my grandparents' home. My mother had 3 children, me, my sister Carolyn, and my sister Debra, who died from polio. We lived in my grandparents' home for a while. My mother and her mother used the same last name, West, but my grandfather's last name was Kemp. My mother was one of 2 girls born to my grandmother. This was the beginning of the battle for which last name I would hold on to as my guiding point in life. Now, my father's last name was not the same as my mother's. His last name was King, which gave me a set of grandparents from his side of the family. Now, at this early age, I feel confused and overwhelmed because I have 2 last names, John Wesley West and John King Jr. My last name also presented a few problems in my mind, but another problem came along that almost every black child was faced with, and that was that I was given a nickname while growing up. On the West side of my family, my nickname was JuneBug. On the King side of my family, my nickname was Little Junior, after my father, John King. While growing up with the battle of last names and nicknames, my mother would take me and my sister Carolyn to visit, and sometimes we would stay with either grandparents that we were visiting at the time at their home. But I began to cling to the King side of my family for childhood guidance, comfort, and love, as I felt closer to the King side of my family than the West side of my mother's family. Still, I wrestled with having 2 last names, and for a long time it kept me confused as to which name I would use in school and which one I would be recognized by in my community. At this time, I was not a bad kid. I tried to follow the guidelines that were being instilled in me, which meant I would always say, "Yes, sir," or "Yes, ma'am," when replying to grown-ups and any adult when I had to answer or receive instructions on how to do certain things. I believed they were teaching me to be respectful to adults, especially older adults, no matter if I was in their home or just out in the community. Respecting those who were older was just the way it was supposed to be.